Hi, today we're going to discuss how to keep records for your SAE projects. The project we're going to be working on as our example today is a cow-calf operation feeding one calf in particular for 1 week. We have some of the data in here already. We have how many days, how many pounds of feed, the feed cost, the weight, and the average daily gain, or ADG. Before the project starts, on day 0, the calf weighs 170 pounds, and we'll follow this calf through the next 7 days. On the first day, it was fed 3 pounds of feed, and was increased by 0.25 pounds of feed, or a quarter pound of feed, each day. The weight also increased throughout the length of the project. Initially, it weighed 170 pounds, but by the end, it weighed 178.5 pounds. The first thing that we're going to do is calculate the feed cost. For this project, we are using a feed that costs $12.99 for 50 pounds. So to get the cost per pound, we're going to do $12.99 divided by 50. And make sure you put that equal sign in front, otherwise the Excel document won't create a formula for you. Alright, now we see that the feed cost is roughly 25 cents per pound. Okay, now if we want to calculate how many pounds of feed we fed each day and the cost of that feed, we're going to go in and multiply these two. So we did 3 pounds of feed, and we're going to use the asterisk to multiply, times the cost of the feed. Hit enter, and then it'll calculate how much the feed cost for that day was. Do this again with the rest of them. Hit enter, equal sign, pounds of feed, asterisk, feed cost per pound, enter. And you'll see these numbers are increasing as we've increased the pounds of feed. Equal sign, asterisk, enter. Now, we also want to get the total feed cost for this week so we can know how much we've been spending. To do this, we're going to use one of the pre-made formulas in Excel. We're going to hit equals, and then we're going to search for sum. And we don't want the cost per pound. We don't want that number right there. Starting with the first day, click and drag till the 7th day. Hit enter, and it'll calculate. So now we know we've spent $6.82 on feed for 1 week. Now, to figure out how many pounds of gain we've gotten, we're going to subtract the final number minus the initial number. So it took us $6.82 to gain 8.5 pounds in 1 week. And just to make this complete, we're going to calculate the total pounds of feed. We're going to use that sum formula again, and sum just means that it's going to add up all the numbers. And if you don't like clicking and dragging, you can click them all individually and that'll work just fine. There's lots of ways to do things. So see, you've got a total of 26.25 pounds for that week. Now, to calculate the average daily gain, you need to calculate how many pounds were gained within the 1 day period. And this number is going to change for each of the days. So we want to calculate how much it gained the first day. And we see it's gained 1.2 pounds. Now what we can do is click and drag this formula all the way down. It's going to be the same formula, but because we clicked on the one before, it's going to do, for this box right here, it's doing cell D4, which is 172.3, minus cell D3, which is 171.2. We don't want it subtracted from the initial amount. We want it subtracted from the amount from the previous day. And so that way we'll get an accurate result. And that's why you can just click and drag that formula all the way down. Now, we want to get the average of this average daily gain, because you see there's 1.1, there's 1.2, 1.3. We want to see over a week what is the average daily gain. So we're going to use another formula. We're going to hit equals, and we're going to search for average. And we want to average all of those numbers right there. And hit enter. And then you'll see we have our average daily gain is 1.2 pounds per day. Now there are many more elements that you need to keep track of for your SAE projects, but this is just a quick tutorial over how to use the Excel formulas and use them to decrease the amount of work that you're going to have to do yourself.